What's up, everyone? Today we're going on an epic adventure across California to uncover its most guarded secrets. Forget Hollywood and the Golden Gate Bridge. These are places even locals try to keep hidden. I've spent weeks researching and planning to bring you secret beaches, insane waterfalls, and mysteries scientists are still trying to solve. We're going off the map to show you a side of California you've never seen before. If you've been to any of these places, let me know in the comments. I want to see who's in on these secrets. Let's dive into the first secret location. Our first stop, and perhaps one of the most unique, is Secret Cove Nude Beach. It's nestled near the breathtaking shores of Lake Tahoe, a jewel of the Sierra Nevada. This isn't your typical tourist trap. It's a place so hidden, so discreet, that there's absolutely no sign indicating its presence. Forget about a convenient parking lot, you won't find one here. Instead, you'll discover just a faint, almost imperceptible trail leading off the main highway. Keep your eyes peeled. Be prepared because the hike down to the cove is quite steep. It's a bit of a descent, so wear appropriate shoes. You'll be surrounded by towering pines, their needles carpeting the forest floor, and massive granite boulders, remnants of ancient geological activity, dot the landscape. This rugged terrain, this sense of the unknown, is what makes you feel like a true explorer, venturing into uncharted territory. And then suddenly, as you round a bend in the trail, the cove dramatically opens up before you, revealing its hidden beauty. You're greeted by crystal clear turquoise water, so inviting you'll want to dive right in. The beach itself is covered in golden sand, soft and warm beneath your feet, interspersed with smooth granite rocks polished by centuries of wind and waves. These rocks are perfect for sunbathing, providing a natural lounger with stunning views. And for the adventurous, there are opportunities for cliff jumping into the refreshing water below. What makes this beach truly unique is that it's a clothing-optional beach. In fact, it's one of the very few designated clothing-optional beaches in the entire Lake Tahoe area. The vibe here is all about freedom, acceptance, and mutual respect for everyone who chooses to visit. Everyone's here to enjoy the warmth of the sun, the invigorating coolness of the water, and the overall peaceful atmosphere that permeates this secluded cove. There's no judgment, no pressure, just pure relaxation and a chance to connect with nature. The water is so incredibly clear that you can see straight to the bottom, observing every pebble and grain of sand. And the majestic Sierra Nevada mountains, looming in the background, make the already stunning scenery seem almost unreal, like something out of a dream. It truly feels like a private paradise, a world away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. You're totally disconnected from the outside world, free to unwind and recharge. This hidden spot isn't featured in any of the typical travel guides or brochures. But in reality, it's 1,000 times better, more authentic, and more rewarding than any of those overhyped destinations. It's far more captivating than any postcard you could ever buy. In my opinion, Secret Cove is a solid 10 out of 10. It's so incredibly special that I almost didn't want to share it with you all. However, if you do decide to visit this little slice of paradise, please respect the place and show consideration for the people who love it and cherish its unique atmosphere. Because this, my friends, is what real adventure is all about. It's about finding those hidden places that you have to work for, that require a little effort to reach. And believe it or not, that's just the beginning of our adventure today. So let's pack our bags and see what other incredible destinations await us next. Next, we're heading to Hidden Beach in the Golden Gate National Recreation Area. A spot you'll miss unless you know exactly where to look. There's a tiny parking area, then a steep, winding staircase carved into the cliffs. You can't see the beach until you're almost there. The descent feels like entering another world. At the bottom, you find a crescent of sand surrounded by massive cliffs, completely secluded. The waves are wild, the scenery dramatic, and most days, you'll have the place to yourself. We explored sea caves, watched the waves, and soaked in the total isolation. No snack bars, no crowds, just raw, untamed California coastline. It's a place that forces you to disconnect and be present. Finding Hidden Beach is like unlocking a cheat code for California. Even in a crowded state, you can find true solitude if you're willing to look. This isn't just a beach, it's an experience. On to the next secret. Deep in the heart of the Sierra National Forest, where the air is crisp and the wilderness stretches as far as the eye can see, we embarked on a quest to track down Rancheria Falls, a hidden gem, a legendary waterfall whispered about in hushed tones, a place most people never get to experience. The drive is undeniably long, a winding journey that tests your patience. The trailhead is remote, tucked away from civilization, a true escape, and the hike itself feels prehistoric, as if you're stepping back in time, with towering trees that reach for the sky, ancient giants that have witnessed centuries, and a wild creek, its waters rushing and gurgling over moss-covered stones. The trail isn't perfectly maintained, adding to the sense of raw, untamed wilderness, so you're climbing over fallen logs, navigating nature's obstacles and crossing streams, carefully choosing your steps across slippery stones, a real adventure that awakens your senses. As you get closer to your destination, the roar of the falls builds, a symphony of nature's power growing louder with each step, until you finally break through the dense trees, emerging into a clearing, and see it in all its glory. Rancheria Falls is not just one waterfall, but a series of breathtaking cascades, tumbling down a massive granite face, sculpted by time and the relentless force of water over 150 feet high. A testament to nature's grandeur. Crystal-clear pools form at each tier, reflecting the sky and surrounding trees, perfect for a freezing, refreshing dip that will invigorate your soul. You can climb the smooth granite slabs, feeling the cool stone beneath your hands for different views, each one more stunning than the last, and get right next to the powerful water, feeling the spray on your face. The remoteness means it's never crowded, a sanctuary of solitude. You get this epic force of nature, this raw power and beauty, all to yourself, a truly unique experience. It's a place for true nature lovers, those who appreciate the untouched wilderness, a reward for those willing to put in the effort to venture off the beaten path. This is what real travel is about, discovering hidden gems, wild, humbling beauty that leaves you in awe. Let's find the next secret, the next hidden paradise. Everyone knows Napa, but California's real wine secrets are hidden in places like the Sierra foothills and Santa Ynez Valley. We started at a family-owned winery in Amador County. No fancy tasting room, just a barn and the owner sharing his passion. We tasted wine straight from the barrel, surrounded by rolling hills and ancient oaks. Next, in Santa Ynez, we found a tiny winery specializing in Pinot Noir, with a cottage, tasting room, and valley views. The experience was personal, the wine incredible, and the vibe totally laid back. No crowds, no tour buses, just real people and authentic wine. These hidden wineries offer something rare, genuine connection, and unforgettable flavors. Next time you think California wine, skip the big names and find the small, family-run places. You'll discover amazing wine and have a way more memorable experience. This is the real soul of California wine country. Forget the big art museums, those crowded halls filled with masterpieces you've seen a million times. California's weirdest museums, the ones that celebrate the odd and the unusual, are where the real fun is. They offer a glimpse into the wonderfully strange corners of human curiosity. First up, the Museum of Jurassic Technology, a place that blurs the line between fact and fiction. Tucked away in Culver City, it's a maze of bizarre exhibits, a collection of curiosities that challenge your perception of reality. You'll find microscopic mosaics, works of art so small they require a magnifying glass to appreciate, bat myths exploring the folklore and legends surrounding these nocturnal creatures, and more. It's a cabinet of wonders that defies easy explanation. You never know what's real, what's fabricated, and that's the point. It's an experience designed to provoke thought and spark your imagination. Next, we hit the International Banana Museum, a celebration of all things yellow and potassium-rich. Located near the surreal landscape of the Salton Sea, it's a shrine to all things banana, a collection so vast it's hard to believe. From phones, shaped like bananas and ready to take your calls, to lamps, casting a warm, potassium-infused glow, to toys, a playful assortment of banana-themed collectibles, and even banana ice cream. Yes, you can indulge in a sweet treat that perfectly embodies the museum's theme. The owner's passion is infectious. His enthusiasm for bananas is truly something to behold, and the place is pure, joyful absurdity. It's impossible not to smile in a place so dedicated to the humble banana. Finally, in San Francisco, nestled amongst the bustling piers, we visited Musée Mécanique, a nostalgic trip back to the golden age of arcades. It's a hands-on collection, inviting you to step right up and play, of antique arcade games, each with its own unique charm and history, and mechanical music machines. Prepare to be serenaded by the sounds of yesteryear. We spent hours playing, lost in the simple joy of these vintage amusements, fortune tellers, seeking a glimpse into what the future might hold, strength testers, challenging ourselves to prove our might, and creepy laughing puppets. Their unsettling laughter is strangely captivating. Every machine still works, a testament to the ingenuity of their creators, and the nostalgia is off the charts. It's a place where you can reconnect with your inner child. These museums celebrate. They champion the things that make us unique, the strange, the unconventional, the obsessive, the dedication to a single, often quirky subject, and the fun. They remind us not to take life too seriously. They show a side of California, a glimpse beyond the beaches and the Hollywood glitz that's creative, brimming with artistic expression in unexpected forms, eccentric, embracing the unusual and the offbeat, and doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a refreshing reminder to embrace the lighter side of life. Skip the mainstream, those predictable tourist traps, seek out the weird, embrace the unconventional, and you'll have the best stories. The kind of stories that will make people say, "You went where?" Now for something truly out of this world, the Crowley Lake Columns in the Eastern Sierras. To get here, you need an off-road vehicle and a sense of adventure. The columns are hidden along the shoreline, only visible when the water's low. We hiked down and found a massive wall of perfectly symmetrical stone pillars, some 20 feet high, packed together like a giant honeycomb. They look man-made or even alien, but they're a 1 in a billion geological phenomenon. Formed by a volcanic eruption and freezing water 760,000 years ago, these pillars are a natural wonder. Walking among them feels like exploring an ancient alien ruin. It's mesmerizing, surreal, and almost nobody knows it exists. The Crowley Lake Columns are a must-see for any adventurer. Next, we're exploring San Luis Obispo County, SLO Cal, the most underrated region in California. Halfway between LA and San Francisco, most people just drive by, but it's packed with hidden gems. Downtown San Luis Obispo is charming, with a creek and the quirky bubblegum alley, yes, walls covered in chewed gum. On the coast, Montana de Oro State Park offers wild cliffs, golden wildflowers, and empty trails with epic ocean views. Tiny towns like Cayucos and Cambria have old-school piers, art galleries, and a laid-back vibe. The real secret here is the atmosphere, friendly people, slow pace, and authentic California living. We even found Harmony, a town with a population of 18, glass-blowing, pottery, and a tiny post office. SLO Cal is the California you dream about: stunning coastline, rolling hills, and small-town charm. Don't just pass by, stop and explore. You won't regret it. For our final secret, we're in Yosemite, but not the crowded valley floor. We hiked to Old Inspiration Point, an abandoned overlook with a panoramic view and total solitude. Next, we found Staircase Falls, a hidden cascade near Curry Village that's not on the main map. Then we escaped to Tuolumne Meadows, a high country paradise with granite domes and crystal rivers. No crowds, just wilderness. We climbed Lembert Dome for a 360-degree view of the Sierra and barely saw another soul. Finally, we explored Hetch Hetchy Valley, Yosemite's other valley, stunning and almost empty. These are the real Yosemite secrets, places you have to seek out away from the crowds. Yosemite is so much more than the famous spots. Find your own hidden gem next time you visit. That's a wrap. We uncovered secret beaches, waterfalls, geological wonders, and the hidden side of Yosemite. California is packed with adventure and beauty just waiting to be discovered. The real reward is getting off the beaten path and finding your own stories. I challenge you, go on your own adventure, wherever you are. Tell me your favorite hidden spot in the comments. Let's build the ultimate list. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.